last July I got offered my dream job to go to Spain for 6 weeks and teach GIS. I got this email from Joaquin. I didn't know Joaquin, but he was offering me my dream job. So the first things I thought, well, I can't go to Spain for 6 weeks. I've got a job. I've got these cats. Like, who's gonna take care of all these things while I'm gone? I just started a job a few weeks before. I was working part-time. It seemed like I just had to say no. But then I thought about the pros, and they definitely outweighed the cons. I mean, when you get an opportunity like that, you just can't say no. So I figured it out. It involved GIS, adventure, traveling abroad, all the great things I was looking for. So I went to my boss, and I made a case. I'm going to learn all these new skills. I can make sure all my duties are covered. I asked him really nicely and promised to come back, and he said, okay, go. So my job was, I was a visiting lecturer for Masters of Science in Geospatial Technologies in Castellón de la Plana, which is north of Valencia. And I was working with Dr. Michael Gould, who's the Global Education Manager at Esri. I taught a class, 10 guys from all over the world. I taught in English. I taught them the basics of GIS, projections and coordinate systems, the nature of geographic data, model builder, publishing services, how to use ArcGIS online. And then when I wasn't teaching, I took off every weekend and went to Madrid, Barcelona, Valencia. I used to live in Spain, so I visited the city I used to live in. I'm not gonna lie, it was awesome.
How do you get this gift?
So, exactly, how did that happen? Well, I was Robert Aguirre's TA, you know him. He introduced me, he put me in touch with Corey, who was a former student of his who now works at Esri. He put in a good word for me so that I could go to the Esri User Conference as a student assistant. While I was there, I met tons of people, including Natalie, who works at the Olympia Esri office. I talked to her at length about my objectives, and she put me in touch with Mike, who's the Global Education Director at Esri, who thought I was a good fit for this temporary position of his. He forwarded my resume to Joaquin, who was the one who initially sent me that email and offered me the job. So it was a series of networking. So that's how I did it. You can do it too. Here's some things that worked for me. Getting out and talking to people face to face, not just lurking on LinkedIn. Get out there, tell people your story. Have an objective. So when someone asks you what you want to do with GIS, don't be wishy-washy. Even if you don't really know, come up with something that's interesting. That's something that would be your dream job. And once you have your objective, tell it to everyone you meet. Tell it to people at networking events. Tell your professor. Tell your classmates. Tell your friends and family. You just don't know who can put you in touch with someone who can help you meet your objective. After you've met with someone, if you've made them some kind of promise or they've said they can put you in touch with someone, don't let that connection fall away. Follow up, give them a call, or do something that you told them you would do. And don't give up, because networking is a funny process. You don't really know where it's going to get you. So just because it doesn't work right away doesn't mean it's not going to work in the long run. Keep trying, keep getting out there. Be ready if you get the opportunity. If you need some kind of certification or any kind of skill, be working on that in the meantime before you get offered your dream job. For example, if you want to work in another country like I did, practice learning the language. I've been going to Spanish meetup groups for a long time. Meet people from that country. You can also meet them in meetup groups. Have your passport ready. Have someone who can watch your cats for 6 weeks. I think a lot of reasons people have problems with networking is they don't really have a clear objective. They don't know how to go out and meet people. They're not sure, how to present themselves in a way that's going to get them where they want. So try to overcome those things. Some local networking events here right now. GIS Day is a good place to start. There's also Green Drinks, Kugos, your friends and family. Networking opportunities are everywhere. Thank you.